Hey YouTube, welcome back to another review episode of the Lincoln Williams Show. This time me and Chris are gonna review the. Finally, we're gonna be reviewing the Nintendo
Nintendo Switch.
Switch. Yeah. So first impressions on the console. What did you think of your experience with the Switch so far, Chris?
Um, well, I, I honestly liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, after I spent it, after I spent a week, it's finally time to give the review of the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, the Nintendo Switch basically is a home. It's a home slash portable gaming console, basically.
Yeah, it's like a hybrid between the two.
It's a hybrid between the two. So let's take a look at the console itself. So here's the back. It says Nintendo Switch. You have your AC adapter port right there, as well as I didn't really explain what this little kickstand flip open is. That right there inside the SD card, SD card is a micro SD card slot, so that you can store your storage if you're planning on downloading games. Which I'm not gonna be a downloading game type person. So yeah, and so here we have our what am I pointing at? Game cart slot, headphone jack, a fan cooler.
And then also like a speaker as well.
Speaker is on, and speakers on this thing are on the bottom.
Mmm.
So, uh, and we have our volume rocker and our power button.
Mm.
And
Right.
so yeah, yeah. So what you can basically do with this system is do this. If you want to detach the Joy-Con, there's a little button back here.
Yeah, a little circular button that you press down in order to
Take off the
Yeah.
Joy-Con. So what's the point of all of this? So to take off the Joy-Con, if you take off the Joy-Con, it's just a tablet, um, basically, and you put it on a kickstand like this, and you basically take your Joy-Con grip. So if you want to play this in console mode, then you will have to switch the Joy-Cons out of the grip. But you use it as like a standard Xbox 360 controller or a PS3 controller. It feels sort of like that. So this is the Joy-Con grip. So there's three ways you can actually play the Switch: tabletop mode, handheld mode, which I showed you previously, and TV console mode,
Yeah.
basically. So basically, what you do is you basically do this. You slide it in like so into the dock, and boom, you're ready to. And boom, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to play it on the TV, basically. So yeah. So make sure when you buy a Switch, it comes with a screen protector, because sliding in and out, in and out, in and out of the dock is going to scratch the screen. And I basically noticed that on my screen protector just one day ago. So yeah, that's basically the console. What are the accessories? Well, we have the dock, which basically plugs into the TV. Now I bought a Pro controller, and for a very particular game that me and Chris played today. But we'll get to the top 10 and top 6 games that you should own for Switch uh, later on in the video. Um, but here, as we just detach the Joy-Con, now these Joy-Con can be used as individual controllers. You turn it on the side like this, and you can play Mario Kart with it. Even though the buttons are very tiny, it still gets the job done when you're playing this at multiplayer parties. And so technically, when you buy a Pro controller, you're actually getting 3 controllers, basically. Um, so
Can I just like know that when I was using the Joy Cons as a separate controller, it didn't feel as bad as I thought it was gonna feel.
yeah, I thought you had to use the Joy-Con wrist strap just to get those extra feel of the buttons, but
Yeah.
technically you don't really need these at all. They're still cool to keep around with 1-2 switch and stuff, so you don't fling your controller off the room.
Yeah, when you're doing motion based stuff.
So technically, the Joy-Con strap basically slides in like this,
It clicks on.
and it clicks on, and there's a lock button. If you press this, it'll lock it into place. So when you're trying to take it out, it's going to stay. And that way you can play 2-player like this when you're playing Mario Kart or something like that. So that's something to keep note of. Yeah, these are hard to get off. Yeah, these are these are hard to get off. So yeah, these are not really a good idea to place on the Joy-Con because they could break. So yeah, that's all the accessories and the features.
There are more accessories out there, but this is just the accessories that we got.
Yeah, this is the accessories that we got for you guys to showcase. Now, I want to show you the home screen, basically. So this is the home screen. Whoops. Let's just detach, attach the Joy-Con.
And turn it on.
And turn it on. Wait. So as you can see, here's the home menu with all my games. There's a glare. I might have to turn the brightness down, but so you guys can see it. So there's the home menu.
Yeah, that's better.
With all my games. I'm not going to show you the entire interface, but what's basically what it looks like. It looks like a PS4 and an Xbox One home interface, but it doesn't have some of the features. So yeah, that's basically the console itself. That's basically all you can do with it is play in portable mode or use a Pro controller in console mode, TV mode, excuse me. So, let's talk about the 6 games that you should own for Switch. Technically, I don't have the 6 because I gotta go to. I'm probably going to be spending some time in Spokane at my grandma's camp playing this thing mostly. But I'll run to a GameStop and probably pick up the 2 games that I'm going to be explaining in our top 6 Switch games. So at number 6 we have Puyo Puyo Tetris. Now Puyo Puyo Tetris is basically a puzzle game, a really good puzzle game. If you have heard of Tetris, but you've never played Puyo Puyo before, then you should probably play the regular Tetris on this thing. On this thing, um, yeah, it's a really good puzzle game for four-player co-op, basically. So check out Puyo Puyo Tetris. Um, and at number 5, we have Splatoon 2. I'm not a really big fan of Splatoon yet, but Chris has played Splatoon 1 on the Wii U.
Yeah, quite a bit of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been. So the goal of Splatoon for multiplayer mode is to complete. So to complete the area of ink, basically, you shoot
Yeah.
at the ground with ink, and you can also shoot players as well, just to kill them. I don't know if they'll kill them.
Well, yeah, it does. It's basically like a third person shooter, and except like your goal's not to get kills. It's to cover as much ground, quite literally, as you can, like as possible.
And Splatoon 2 comes with a single player mode. So if you're not connected to the internet on your Nintendo Switch, you can always play in single player mode on the Switch. So yeah, check out Splatoon 2. It's a great game. It's awesome. Even though I haven't gotten it yet, I'm still working on that. Here we have at number 4, Lego City Undercover. Now, in my previous unboxing video, I didn't get a physical copy, but right now, hold on. Now I did get a physical copy of Lego City Undercover, basically. So these tiny, what really amazes me about the Switch is Nintendo did a game cartridge system instead of physical discs. Now, and these cartridges are going to be a lot more reliable when playing games. So that was a really good idea.
Yeah, if you think about it, they basically come full circle, like, because they had cartridges before, like with the NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64, until they switched to discs with the GameCube.
And up to the Wii U.
Yeah.
But now they're back to carts. I'm really excited about that. So this is Lego City Undercover at number 4. Now, Lego City Undercover is basically a kid-friendly GTA game, and with a bunch of hilarious moments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When me and Chris played this today, and starting a new game, we thought the jokes were so hilarious.
Yeah, even even with what was happening in the game, it was like a joke.
It was a huge joke, and I love it in Lego City Undercover. Here we have,
Like a lot of humorous moments, basically what I'm trying to say.
yeah. So your goal in Lego City Undercover is to hunt down Rex Fury as Chase McCain. Rex Fury is destroying the city, basically. I don't even know what basically he's up to, but it's your job to lock him up in bars in Lego City Undercover. There's multiple disguises. There's hundreds of ways. There's different ways to approach a mission. It's a really fun game. It's basically a fun game to take on the go while you're playing in the car. So that's Lego City Undercover. And at number 3, we have Arms. Basically, Arms is basically like a beat 'em up boxer, basically. So me and Chris were playing this, and it's a decent game with a decent library of characters, and you can play this in motion control mode, or you can play it as a standalone controller, basically. So I really do love Arms and what it offers to the fighting community. There's 4-player co-op, um, and it's basically a fun game to play. And me and Chris had a lot of fun with this game today. So yeah, make sure to check out Arms, and we'll go from there. So at number 2, we have Mario Kart 8. Now, previously, I did not play Mario Kart 8 that much on the Wii U, but with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you can take this thing on the go, in the car, play Mario Kart 8 with your friends, with the 2 Joy-Con, and there's multiple ways you can play this game. Um, but my favorite is just using a Pro Controller or a separate Joy-Con for this game, basically. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you already know you already know the drill. You get all the characters, you get all the DLC, you get all the you know I don't even know how to explain it, but
the courses.
you get all the characters.
Actually, the courses are already unlocked from the beginning.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, Mario Kart 8, it has a battle mode now. It's a physical battle mode, not the track mode in Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a physical battle mode now. So
Yeah,
it's
it has like arenas instead of tracks like the other Mario Kart games that came before it.
yeah. So yeah, definitely check out Mario Kart 8. A lot of fun with your friends, and I enjoy it more on the Switch than I did with the Wii U, basically. So yes. Now, number 1, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Now, the reason why this game is on my number 1 game of the year is it's freaking huge. This particular Zelda game, why is it number 1 for me, the best Zelda game, not all time, but the best Zelda game that we got now? Um, Well, there's a number of reasons for it. Number 1 is the open world aspect to it. There's dungeons. There's mini dungeons. There's dungeons, and when I'm so glad that I got my dad into this game, basically, because I've been trying to I've been trying to get him into a game for so long. It's like, hey, Dad, play this. Okay, that was all right. But when he entered Zelda Breath of the Wild, he could not stop playing this game. It was like he was playing this game every single day of his, like he was playing this game for like 3 hours to 4 hours, depending on the Wii U's battery life. Um, and he played this game on the Wii U. I played this game on the Wii U. And I decided to get it for the Switch mainly because its portability, basically. To have a 10 out of 10 experience for the Switch is just, to have a legendary game like this, to be playing it on a portable tablet is just mind blowing at its own right. You can do so much progress in portable mode or in console mode. I mean, this game right here is game of the year for sure. Um, so, what do you think of Breath of the Wild so far, Chris?
Well, I know I have played quite a lot of Breath of the Wild, and I think we have done a review of Breath of the Wild before.
We have done a Breath of the Wild review, so go check that out if you want more details about this game. But this game right here is 10 out of 10 legendary status so far. Um, your main goal is to defeat Calamity Ganon and save the princess once and for all in the Legend of Zelda timeline. I don't even know where the game takes place. I'm guessing it takes place after Ocarina of Time and the original, basically. But yeah, totally worth playing. If you're planning on getting a Switch, and if you haven't played Zelda Breath of the Wild yet, go get this game. It is a masterpiece of work of art. It is a true work of art by Nintendo, basically. So, and it's one of the best survival games to date. I mean, it's very rewarding in its own right when you get a new legendary weapon. And this game feels like Skyrim, basically. Because if you loved Skyrim and if you love Zelda, basically, this is a game worth made in heaven, basically. It's a gamer's true sandbox heaven. So go check out Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that is basically it. That is basically the Switch itself and our top 6 games for right now.
Can we give an honorable mention to the upcoming game, Super Mario Odyssey?
Oh yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is going to come out October 27th. Now, if you want to wait for a Switch, go for it. But if you can't wait to get one of these things, then go with Breath of the Wild first. That is your main priority if you haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. So, if you're gonna get a Switch, get Breath of the Wild. That's my only game. That's my major recommendation for all of the Switch owners is to have Breath of the Wild in their collection. Now, for Chris, he's not gonna get Breath of the Wild because he is.
I'm already playing it on the Wii U. And so basically what I'm going to do is wait till I think maybe the week after Super Mario Odyssey comes out, and then I will get a Switch.
Yeah. When Mario Odyssey comes out for the Switch, he'll get a Switch basically. So, and future updates. Chris is building a brand new YouTube channel. So go support him. I'm doing PS4 playthroughs. He's going to be doing PC playthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
So go support him. He's my best friend. And eventually he'll be your best friend too. So.
Well, that is like, unless you may be getting tired of me constantly doing the what do you think, Chris Lane?
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, our main issues with the Switch right now are not temporary, but they will come in the future. Number one, Virtual Console gaming. How are they going to do this on the Nintendo Switch? They have to figure out all the mechanics of a Virtual Console game like Super Mario World, and they're probably going to have to do it. I don't know how they're going to basically do it. This is their number one problem right now with the Switch is how are they going to be able to play 2-player? Will they have to buy a separate Pro Controller or just use the 2 Joy-Con with Super Mario World? The main issue is with the 2 Joy-Con detached from the Switch is there's no select button on the Joy-Con. basically. You only have your plus and minus for each Joy-Con. So that's our main issue with. That's our number one issue is there's no virtual console games yet. And number two is there's no internet browser or Netflix or Facebook. So if you're planning on picking up a Switch just watching YouTube and Facebook, well, you're kind of out of luck right now. So that's our main issues right now with the Switch. Basically, is there's no online apps such as Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or an internet browser, a decent internet browser. So basically, that's my two gripes of the system is there's no virtual console yet and there's no Netflix. So 2 points are going down. So the final verdict for the Nintendo Switch is basically a 8 out of 10. This is a great product by Nintendo, and I hope there's going to be a lot more upcoming games in the future. I cannot wait for Skyrim for the Switch. Note that Skyrim for the Switch won't include mods. They won't include mods. It'll include all the DLC. It'll be a Game of the Year edition. It'll be like a Legendary edition, but it won't be mod compatible, basically. So that's my only gripe with Skyrim. A lot of people are going to be like, "What? They have mods on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Why aren't they doing it for the Switch?" I don't know, basically, but
I just feel like it could be because, like, considering the Switch is like less powerful than the PS4 and Xbox One.
yes, if you're planning on picking up a Switch right now, this is in third. Actually, this is in fourth place. So my current gen ranking of the consoles is the Switch is in fourth place, and the Xbox One and PS4 is in second place, and the PC is in first place, basically. So that's what you guys are wondering. What would I rank the Switch in our current generation of console games?
Like in terms of power.
In terms of power usage. The Switch only lasts for 3 hours at a charge, basically. So this is meant for long car trips on a bus or a train, or if you're going over to a friend's house. So keep in mind that the Switch is right now is $388 on Amazon, but for most retailers they'll sell this for $300. So make sure to keep a lookout on a Switch that's $300. But if you can't, then go with the Amazon price. It's not a big of a deal. I didn't personally think it was a big deal at that price because I had a lot of money in my bank account, blah, 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 blah. So, overall, I think the Switch is a really great console in design. It's portable. It can be used as a game console with the Switch dock. And basically, it has USB ports. And basically, all your connections are in the back, basically. Yeah, that is basically our Switch review. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch? Is it worth picking up? I think it is.
I know I am super hyped to get my Switch once Super Mario Odyssey comes out.
Yeah, it is going to be an epic adventure in the Mario universe when Super Mario Odyssey comes out. I cannot wait for that game. But until then, I have Breath of the Wild to complete. Not a completionist completion. That would take 200 hours and 240 hours to complete every single thing that's in Breath of the Wild. And I don't think I'll be able to do that. But
neither will I.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Have a fantastic day, YouTubers, and we will see you guys all later in the next Lincoln Williams Show episode. And I'll see you guys all later. Have a fantastic day, YouTubers, and I'll be back, and we'll be back someday.